I was told to wait at least 5 to 6 hours between meals. Won't I gain weight if I eat as often as suggested on this ebook? A well-planned healthy meal does not provide sugar in your blood for longer than 3 hours. Add to this the fact that you are insulin resistant, which makes your metabolism sluggish. Then you will realize that you cannot go without a healthy snack. The moment your body goes into physiological stress to search for energy, you will gain weight. It is your diet mentality that makes you think that when you are very hungry and you really suffer, you will lose weight. The opposite is true. Hunger pangs stress your body and make you fat. As much as you want me to, I cannot eat early in the mornings. I have a nauseated feeling on my stomach. When your sugars are in the green zone, where they are supposed to be day and night, you will feel satisfied and have sustained energy. As soon as you skip a meal or snack and your sugars start to drop, you become peckish. And when they drop very low, you will feel hungry until eventually you become overly hungry, which then prompts the grumpy and nauseated feeling. Whenever the sugars go too high, either because you've eaten something sweet or the brain has prompted the liver to supply glucose, you will not feel hungry at all. When you are having irregular meals and snacks during the day, or if you tend to skip your late-night snack because the celebrities on TV say you shouldn't eat after 5 o'clock, your blood sugar levels will drop during the night. And when you wake up in the morning, your low sugar level will prompt the nauseated feeling, making you not want to have breakfast. Make sure you have your regular meals with healthy snacks. Start with a small portion of yogurt and fruit in the mornings, and within a few days, you will be ready to eat a full breakfast. Apples don't fill me. They actually make me feel hungry. Having an apple does not make one hungry. The problem is that you had the apple at a time that you were already hungry. In other words, you skipped a meal or a snack at the right time. A low GI apple will keep your blood sugar at the level where it was for ±3 hours. If you ate the apple at the time that you were already hungry, it won't make any difference, and you will remain hungry. Make sure that you have the snack on time, before the sugar levels drop. I am very active, have read a lot about the GI, but it still seems that I'm just not getting on top of my energy levels. As mentioned, for sustained energy, your aim is to keep your blood sugar levels in this very narrow range, whatever you do throughout the day and night. You should, therefore, focus on the following: regular low GI meals and snacks, all the awake hours of the day. But make sure you correct your blood sugar after exercise with high GI drinks or food. If you fail to do this and continue to eat low GI foods, you will not gain back your energy, and you will feel very tired and lethargic even the following day. Low GI foods are meant for the green zone. I go to spinning classes 3 times per week. Although I feel fit, I don't seem to lose body fat. The type and balance of exercise that you do can be a determining factor in losing body fat. Spinning increases your heart rate far higher than is required for fat burning, where the trick is to trade off intensity for duration. Perhaps you can keep one spinning class per week and rather walk on a treadmill or cycle where you can monitor your heart rate between 50 and 75% of your maximum for 45 minutes. Remember to also add some resistance training. I see on the label that the fat content of seeded bread is higher than ordinary bread. Why should I then choose seeded bread? The seeds added to the seeded loaves are healthy plant oils. The slight increase in the healthy fat content of a slice of seeded bread outweighs the unhealthy higher GI of a slice of ordinary bread. Why do you suggest cooling down certain starches? Natural starches like boiled potatoes or processed starches such as refined maize meal, when cooked, are absorbed quickly into the bloodstream as blood sugar and therefore have a high GI. When these starches are, however, cooled down after cooking, the structure of the starch changes to make it more resistant to rapid digestion. It therefore gives you a much lower release of sugar into the blood when they are cooked and cooled. It is now called resistant starch. Even when they are reheated, they still have a medium GI. I have tried everything you have suggested, but can still not lose weight. Can there be anything wrong with me? Let's first go through the truthful to myself checklist before we look for other possible answers to your problem. Are you following the guidelines over weekends as well? Many people cope with following the guidelines throughout the week, but when weekends come, it's not that easy. Your perception, therefore, is that you are following the guidelines most of the time. You probably feel 100% better, but you do not lose weight. When you have reached your goal weight, you can follow this pattern because it sustains your weight. If you still have to reach your goal weight, you need to be much more cautious over weekends as well. Have you checked all the possible hidden sources of fat and calories in your diet, such as healthy muffins, salad dressings, energy bars, fruit juices and dried fruit? These foods are often perceived as healthy foods, but can be very high in fat and kilojoules. Make sure to read and interpret the labels. What about your portion sizes? Too much good fats and too much low GI foods can prevent you from losing weight, although you feel much better. Make sure not to overeat on fruits in season, just because they are available. One low GI fruit keeps your blood sugar in the green zone. 2 apples at the same time will lift it into the orange zone. But when you have 3 apples at the same time, in other words, if your portion is too big, although it originally was a low GI food, it will go into the red and you will gain weight. Therefore, take care of a second plate of food that you have dished up for supper, or the whole packet of nuts which you are having daily because they contain good fats. Now for the most important question. Are you exercising? If yes, are you exercising regularly? Does it actually add up to at least 150 minutes every week? Or was that your intention that does not come to realization? If you are not exercising regularly most days of the week, it is the most important reason why you don't lose weight although you are following all the guidelines. To keep yourself accountable for all the changes you have to make in your new lifestyle, and in order to answer all the above questions, I suggest you keep a record of everything you eat, when and why, and do so for some time until you start to see results. This will also enable your healthcare professional to decide on any further steps to be taken if necessary. Before we look at some other possible reasons for not losing weight, it is important to remember that body fat is lighter by volume than lean muscle. For example, 500 grams of butter, a fat, is bigger in volume than 500 grams of steak, which is muscle. Your aim in managing insulin resistance is to lose body fat. When you go on your journey of lifestyle changes, body fat will convert into muscle, which will then increase your body's metabolism. You must, therefore, aim to lose centimeters and volume, because then you know you are losing fat and not muscle or water, as you would on any quick fix diet that is available. Take note that if you have also engaged in an exercise program, you may gain muscle weight before you start to lose body fat. If you don't understand this, it could be very frustrating. As mentioned before, look out for looser fitting clothes, adding a notch to your belt, and measuring your waistline at the level of your navel. Any change in your waistline is a bonus. It points to loss of body fat. A minimum of between 6 to 8 weeks is needed for this process to kick in. So let me say it again. Your first aim is to stop gaining extra body fat. Then, to maintain your current weight. And then only will you start to lose body fat, which will eventually show on the scale. Don't weigh yourself every day. Rather enjoy your newfound energy levels. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day. If you still don't lose any fat and consequently your scale doesn't show any weight loss, you can follow up on any of the following clues. Many types of medication, such as cortisone and anti-inflammatory drugs, taken over a long period of time, can make you resistant to losing weight. You might be engaging in the wrong type of exercise as referred to in question 5. If not being diagnosed up till now, you might have severe insulin resistance. You can, with the help of your healthcare professional, check this possibility as outlined in Part 1, Section 3. If you have any hidden or known food allergy or chemical sensitivity but you still consume that food, it can create a tremendous amount of physiological stress in your body, which will prevent you from losing body fat. A healthcare provider who spends time with you, listening to your story and looking for interactions, will be able to discover your specific, unique needs for your complex chronic disease. Read more about lifestyle and functional medicine on my website. I would like to dedicate this ebook to all my former students, clients, patients, friends, and family who over the years realized why I wanted to empower them with the knowledge as to exactly why they had to make certain dietary changes before I gave them the eating guidelines. Thank you for sharing with me all the dramatic improvements in your quality of life due to a far less than anticipated effort. Your commitment to and dedication in planning and following a low GI, lower fat eating pattern, as well as improving your coping skills to manage stress in your lives, assured the benefits that you have reaped. This report back strengthened me in what I believe and encouraged me to compile this ebook. May this lead to many more people improving their quality of life.